have you ever asked for a pay rise? Now, the boss of Microsoft, who employs 100,000 men and women, of which the majority are male, says that women should never ask for a pay rise, but instead wait to be recognised, and therefore that pay rise will come to you. Your skills will be recognised, and there you go. I mean, I have to say, he has said that he didn't mean it to come across as it did. He was addressing a kind of conference of women, about women. Yeah. I think what he was saying is, if you're good enough, that'll happen. You don't need to go and ask. Would you ever go and ask? Have you ever asked for a pay rise?
No, never in my entire life. No. I would find it absolutely impossible. I can't, you know. I mean, you've got a good story about how you were coached by your husband.
I know. It may surprise people to learn that I'm really wussy when it comes to asking for a pay rise. I'm very kind of, you know, feisty in other areas of my work, but I worked in a male-dominated environment, obviously. But I can remember, and then my husband, I'm married to a born haggler. He's one of life's greatest hagglers, and he was like, "What do you mean you haven't asked for a pay rise?" And he literally coached me at the breakfast table one morning, and he said, "Right, this is what you do. This is what you go in. You start off by saying how much you love working there, and da-da-da-da-da. And then you say, and I hope, you know, I get the sense that you value me too, blah, blah, blah." I know.
Dodgy
and I was thinking, ah. And then he will say back to you, "Yes, I value you enormously." And then that's your killer punch. You go, "Well, my pay doesn't reflect that."
Yeah.
And
Good point.
I rehearsed it like I was in a play, and I went in and I said it, and I was feeling nauseous.
Yeah.
And I got my pay rise. But I would never...
But weren't you guys worried? Yeah. I'm sure you deserve the pay rise. You know what, I would be worried, though, Jane, that I'd go, great. I mean, I think that's a great tactic. But I'm worried I'd go, yes, I'd like, you know, I'm a valued member of the team. I know you love me working here. I know you adore me on Loose Women. They'd go, well, we don't, actually.
Yeah.
That would be my fear. Would stop me asking.
That's the problem with our genders.
Don't test it.
No.
Don't test it.
Don't
test it.
But did you worry that they might say that? You know, like, no, you're not.
I did in a way, but I did, you know, I did know that I was, you know, they treated me very well, etc., etc. So I kind of thought it would be okay. But I do think it's a thing of our gender. We don't like to put our head above the
I would
parapet.
rather trap my head in the fridge door. It fills me. I can't even haggle. I'm the only person that goes abroad that pays full amount for everything I buy.
I'm not good at haggling.
And I walk out, and like my family will come out and say, "Well, it was up for 20 quid, and I got it for £1," and I go, "Ah, mine was 25." I haven't given them. I just can't do it. I get filled with embarrassment.
What's stopping it? Men do it. Men don't hold back.
No, they don't.
No, Ray's brilliant.
I mean, it probably comes down to the fact that they've got testosterone and we've got estrogen. I mean, we are basically, what we're good at is nurturing and being sort of nice to people and not causing any distress and all the rest of it. I think we're not physically suited to it. But I also think that you know, it comes back to the same thing. I exactly agree with you about what Jane said about saying to a boss, I know you value me, I know you think I'm great, and basically you can never say it as a woman. It's really impossible to say that.
But why? I'm fascinated.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But men don't see it showing off. Men see it as fact. They go, "I'm in this company, you know, I do a great job. I know I do a great job." So I go, why can't we do? Are we conditioned as women, as young? Are we setting our girls up for a fall?
There has to be.
By not saying, value yourself. Don't wait. You know, women are still earning less than men in so many professions.
But it has to be purely our gender. I mean, one of my old bosses on the newspaper he worked there for 25 years in charge of people's pay. And this is before I asked for my pay rise. And he said in 25 years, a woman never asked him for a pay rise. Well, he said every day men were banging on the door going, "I'm worth more than this."
Yeah. Well, they don't wait for karma, do they? Suddenly go, "Oh, maybe I'll give you a pay rise."
Can I ask you a question? Do you all get paid for this?
Yeah, we were hoping you wouldn't find out.
I'm just in it for a laugh.
Anyway.